in all of our efforts as an industrial bolting company is to make bolting safer and more efficient. So over the years, historically, we've done that with the tooling, mainly the pumping units that power the hydraulic tools, and then the tools, the software associated with the tools. We've come up with fasteners as well, and they have made great advancements with the safety and efficiency of the bolting work. So a recent variation of our hydraulic washer system is what we are calling our TrueLock reaction washer. And so it's a simple change to our very well-known and popular reaction washer that allows for it to create a locking effect on that nut. And what that enables you to do is to ensure that you're keeping that nut on no matter what it encounters in that bolted connection. No matter what vibration it may encounter, that nut is going to stay on that job. So not only do you have the enhancements of safety where you're eliminating the reaction member, which you would typically have on a bolted connection, you are now also putting onto it a locking effect. So you have a locking benefit on that nut. So it is a safety enhancement, it's an efficiency enhancement, and it is a quality enhancement, keeping that bolted joint together at all times. And it comes from this unit here. You can couple that also with the software of our equipment, which gets the data off of the job, enables you to have a paper trail associated with it. Again, safety, quality, efficiency, that's what we're all about. That's what we're showing to the world here. And I think this display really puts the quality enhancements very much well on display for everyone to see.
All right, so let's start up and talk about there's actually a standard out there that goes for the loosening of bolts that were used in this.
Yeah, so for a fastener to be considered a locking washer, a locking fastener, it has to go through a certain test known as a Younger test. This requires that these fasteners go through at least 2,000 cycles, holding 80% of the load. 2,000 cycles at how many gigahertz? 12.5 hertz. So that is the general standard. That's what we're mimicking here. That's what we put all our tests through, and we're showing that here with our setup. And what we're going to have is just a side-by-side comparison, exact same engines on these devices. They're going to be introducing significant vibration, that exact 12.5 hertz, onto these fasteners. We're going to tighten them up to the exact same torque, and you're going to get a sense of what it can do when you have the TrueLock system in place and you have a regular round washer in place. And you're going to see very clearly the enhancement it brings to the quality of that bolted joint. So Zach is going to tighten them up to the exact same torque, and then we're going to fire them up, and you're going to see he's going to draw a line on them so that we can clearly indicate exactly what's going on, if the nut is moving or not, and go from there. So how much torque are you putting on here?
105 foot-pounds.
105 foot-pounds going on to both connections. The reaction arm is getting used here, so you can see just exactly how it typically is done. He has to butt against a stationary object. And now you can see the reaction arm does not need to engage because we have our washer system that it is grabbing onto. So that right there, the safety enhancement is very clearly on display. That reaction arm does not need to abut, which, as you can appreciate, creates a major pinch point hazard. So he's going to draw a line just so that we can clearly see exactly what's going on with that nut. A little hard to see with the naked eye.
All right, so Zach's going to fire up the machines here.
He's going to fire them up simultaneously.
We'll do a rough count here.
So you can see there's some movement. There's movement right out of the gates. This one is turning off. You see absolutely no movement at all from the TrueLock reaction washer system. This one is getting to the point where you're going to be able to take it off by hand very momentarily, probably already. You can see how much it's turned. You've lost all the load on that bolted joint. That connection is not intact. The integrity of that bolted joint is compromised.
They started it by hand.
Yeah, so we've run less than a minute, probably about 40-45 seconds, and we saw movement within the first 10 seconds on the alternative to conventional method.
So total loss of load, total compromising of that bolted joint versus absolutely no movement at all. So again, from a quality standpoint, it enhances the integrity of that bolted joint dramatically, along with the safety, which again was evident by that reaction member, either having to abut against a stationary object like we had on here or not. So really big advancements, and it all comes from a very simple hardened washer that you can apply to any of the latest high torque tooling. All it requires is a change of the driver with any of the latest high torque tooling, and you can work with this high torque washer system.
So the challenges out there, obviously the loosening of the bolts, whether it be equipment that you have out there with constant vibration, this is a challenge out there in the industry, in the construction industry, agriculture, all of that. And it's addressed here with that high torque washer system, and it is about job quality, job safety. We talked about. You don't want your hands there when a reaction. Certainly, job scheduling as well. There's certain things you can plan for with this as well.
It's a lot simpler, much more intuitive, straightforward. You don't have to mess around with reaction members. Put it right onto that fastener, tighten it up, and get it done. And with our latest tooling, we have data capture impossible. So you get a paper trail associated with the work. So we're trying to hit it from all ends to allow for our customers to have the safest, most efficient folding practices possible.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about the TrueLock reaction washer, that whole system, all the other technology that we have in place here, you've got certainly some award-winning technology, our High Torque Connect app, which is behind me over here, our tooling system. You've got the new Lightning Pump Smart and Standard, that series to talk about. MXD, if you've got certainly low profile, you need some things for that. Over there, we'll take a look at our Stealth tool as well. And it's not just the tooling, it's the training as well. We've got training, certainly you talk about safety and efficiency, you need training, make sure that your people are trained. And our mobile service available worldwide, around the world. You'll see our guys coming through. So thanks everyone for joining us. We got another live demo at 3 o'clock. Stop in here, High Torque booth 10851 for a customized demo. Thank you.
Thank you.